The tech lifts the rear passenger seat cushion on a 2019 RAV4 Hybrid, and the second the foam comes up, you can see it. A gray felted mat of dog hair and cabin dust packed so tight across the little black plastic grille, it looks like someone glued carpet over the intake. The owner is standing right there, arms crossed, asking why his hybrid. Battery temperature warning keeps popping up on the dash on hot afternoons. The tech just points. Doesn't say a word at first. Just points at this disgusting little nest of fur that has, very quietly, been slowly cooking a $4,000 battery pack for the last 30,000 miles. And the wild part? The fix took 11 minutes. A shop vac, a Phillips screwdriver, and a soft brush. That's it. No parts, no coding, no diagnostic dance. But here's why this matters way beyond one dirty RAV4. If you own a 2016 or newer Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, a 4th gen or 5th gen, or honestly, if you own a Prius, a Highlander Hybrid, or a Camry Hybrid from roughly the same era, you have this exact same vulnerability sitting in your car. And almost nobody is told about it at delivery. Not by the salesperson, not in the owner's manual highlights, and very rarely at routine service. So today we're going to walk through what that cooling system actually does, why it clogs, what the warning signs look like, how to clean it yourself in about 10 minutes, and the warranty angle that could save you somewhere between $2,500 and $4,500 if your battery ever does start to fail. Stick with me, because the documentation piece at the end is the part that most owners completely miss. So let's start with the architecture, because once you understand how Toyota cools these packs, the rest of this conversation makes total sense. Toyota's hybrid battery, whether it's the older nickel metal hydride pack in a 2016 or 2017 RAV4 Hybrid, or the newer lithium-ion pack in the 5th gen 2019 and up cars, sits in the rear of the vehicle. Most often under the rear passenger bench, sometimes pushed back into the cargo floor area depending on year and trim. And here's the thing, a lot of people don't realize, it is not liquid cooled. There's no radiator for it, no coolant loop, no water pump dedicated to the battery. It's air-cooled. Cabin air. The same air you're breathing. A small electric blower fan pulls air from inside the passenger compartment, runs it across the battery cells, and exhausts it back out somewhere else in the cabin or under the car. That's a beautifully simple design. Cheap, light, reliable, no leaks to worry about. But it has one obvious weakness. Whatever's floating around in your cabin air gets pulled toward that intake, day after day, mile after mile. And the intake itself is just a plastic grill with a fairly fine mesh screen behind it. There's no cabin filter dedicated to the battery fan. There's no warning when it gets dirty. The fan just works harder, moves less air, and the battery starts running hotter than it was ever designed to run. Now, why does it clog? Let's be honest about the lifestyles that trigger this fastest. If you have a dog, especially a shedding breed, and that dog rides in the back seat or the cargo area, your fan intake is collecting hair every single trip. Same story with cats and carriers. If you have kids, who eat snacks back there, crumbs and dust and crushed up cereal dust find their way down. If you live near the beach and you track sand in, that sand becomes airborne microgrit and gets pulled into the intake. If you live somewhere with high pollen, like the southeast in spring, you'll see a yellow-green crust build up. Construction workers hauling drywall dust in the cabin? Same problem. Even just normal use in a dry, dusty climate, places like Phoenix or Albuquerque, or the Central Valley, will eventually cake the screen. And the symptoms when this happens are pretty distinctive once you know to look for them. The first thing most owners notice is the hybrid system warning light, the little car, with the exclamation mark popping on during hot weather or after a long highway pull. You might see reduced EV mode, where the car just refuses to run on battery alone the way it's used to. Acceleration can feel weaker. The internal combustion engine kicks in earlier and stays on longer because the system is trying to baby the pack. If you scan it with a code reader, the codes you'll commonly find are P0A1, which is a hybrid battery voltage system isolation issue, or P0A7F, which is the dreaded hybrid battery pack deterioration code. P0A7F is the one nobody wants to see, because by the time that code is stored, the pack has often already developed cell imbalance, where some cells are weaker than others, and the whole pack starts to act like its weakest link. Heat is what drives that imbalance. Heat is the #1 enemy of both nickel metal hydride and lithium ion chemistries. Every 10 degrees Celsius above the design target, you're roughly halving the calendar life of the cells. That's documented battery science, not a YouTube guess. So when you're cooling, fan is moving 50% of the airflow it's supposed to. Because the intake is half blocked, you are quietly aging that pack at double speed. And replacement on these is not cheap. A new or remanufactured hybrid battery pack for a RAV4 Hybrid, Prius, or Highlander Hybrid generally runs somewhere between $2,500 and $4,500, depending on whether you go OEM, refurbished, or aftermarket, plus labor. Toyota knows about this. There is technical guidance, and most service advisors will tell you the same thing if you ask. The standard recommendation is to clean that battery cooling fan intake every 30,000 miles. For households with pets, heavy passenger use, or dusty climates, you may want to do it more often, maybe every 15 or 20,000 miles. It is genuinely one of the easiest pieces of preventative maintenance you can do on a hybrid, and it's one of the most overlooked. So let's walk through how to actually do it, in plain language, like I'm sitting next to you in the driveway. Park the car, turn it off, take the key fob with you, and just for safety, give the system 5 or 10 minutes to power down completely. You're not opening the high voltage pack, you're just cleaning a fan intake, but it's still good practice. For most 4th gen RAV4 hybrids, 2016 to 2018, the intake lives under the rear passenger seat cushion. You're going to grab the front edge of that bench seat and pull up firmly. There are usually 2 metal clips, one under each side near the front. They release with a solid tug. Once that cushion is up, look toward the rear and you'll see a black plastic vent grill, sometimes with a small duct attached. That's your intake. For 5th gen RAV4 hybrids, 2019 and newer, and for many Highlander hybrids and the latest Camry hybrids, the intake might be in the cargo area instead, often under a side trim panel or behind the rear seat back. Pop the trunk, lift the cargo floor cover, and look for a similar black grille on the side, usually driver's side, sometimes hidden behind a removable plastic cover with 1 or 2 plastic push clips. The Prius is similar, with the intake usually accessible from the rear seat area as well. Now, the cleaning itself. Before you take anything apart, just vacuum the visible grille with a shop vac or a strong household vacuum and a brush attachment. You will be shocked at what comes out on the first pass. Then, with a Phillips screwdriver, remove the 2 or 3 screws holding the grille cover in place. Lift the cover off carefully. Behind it, you'll see the actual fan intake screen, and very often a small foam or mesh filter. Vacuum that screen aggressively from the outside. Use a soft brush to loosen anything stuck. If the foam filter looks shredded or crumbling, you can replace it with a new piece for a few dollars from a Toyota parts counter. Reach a finger or a long brush gently inside the duct and pull out any large hair clumps. Do not soak it with water. Do not spray cleaner into the duct, and do not run the vacuum hose deep into the fan blades. You're cleaning the entrance, not surgery on the motor. Once it's clean, put the cover back on, snug those screws down, drop the seat cushion, or trim back into place, and you're done. 10, maybe 15 minutes start to finish. Total cost, $0 if you already own a vacuum. Now, here is the part that most owners genuinely don't think about until it's too late. The warranty angle. Toyota's hybrid battery warranty is generous. On older models, you're looking at 8 years or 100,000 miles. On newer ones, 10 years or 150,000 miles for the hybrid battery specifically. That's real coverage. But, and this is the softener I want you to hear, Toyota's hybrid battery warranty is generous, but they can ask for service records. They are within their rights to deny a claim if they can show the failure was caused by lack of maintenance, particularly on a documented item like the battery cooling system. So document every cleaning. Take a photo of the intake before and after. Note the date and the mileage in your service records. In your owner's app, in a notebook in the glove box, anywhere you can pull it up later if needed. 10 seconds of paperwork could be the difference between a warranty replacement and a $4,000 bill. Let me also be honest about scope. because I never want to overpromise on something this important. Not every hybrid battery failure traces back to a clogged cooling fan. Cells age. Manufacturing defects exist. Some packs just go early for reasons no one can fully diagnose. Cleaning the fan is not a guarantee your pack will last forever. What it does do, in documented cases, is remove one of the biggest preventable stressors. It tends to clog faster in households with pets, in dusty environments, and in cars that get heavy passenger use. Keeping that airflow clean may extend battery life, may reduce thermal stress, and may keep your pack inside the operating window Toyota engineered it for. That's the honest framing. Heat is the #1 enemy of these packs, and you control the airflow. So if you own a 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, or newer RAV4 Hybrid, or a Prius Highlander Hybrid, or Camry Hybrid in that same era, this weekend, before the next heat wave or the next long road trip, lift that rear seat cushion or pop that cargo panel and just look. If it's clean, great. You've got peace of mind. If it looks like a felted carpet of pet hair and dust, you just found yourself a free afternoon project that could legitimately save you thousands. If this saved you a headache or saved you a battery, do me one favor. Subscribe, because the next videos in this series cover the inverter coolant pump that fails silently around 90,000 miles, and the transmission fluid myth on these hybrids that cost people thousands. And before you go, tell me in the comments, what year is your RAV4 Hybrid? Or whichever Toyota hybrid you're driving. What's the mileage on it right now? And when, if ever, did you last clean that battery cooling fan intake? I read every answer, and I want to see how many of you are overdue.